Om. Om. Oh my God, Becky, look at her. What's up, and welcome back to Congruent Academy, the place for people in process. My name is Cal, and I'm getting my act together one video at a time. And in that spirit, I am introducing the Getting Started series. Today, I am getting started with meditation. Specifically, I'm showing you my first 7 days bringing this habit into my life. So stick around, because I'm just getting started. Before I share my experience of my first week meditating every single day, I want to give you some context about why I'm starting this series. You may be wondering, Cal, being that you're half man, half computer, why do you want to focus on the first week of habit formation instead of saving the world? And to that I say, hey, Randy Rando, all in good time. I've got to save myself first. I was inspired to make this video for a few reasons. Here they are in no particular order. Reason number 1. This is a habit that everyone since the beginning of time has been espousing the value of, so it must be pretty good. Reason 2. I wanted to practice setting and achieving goals. Remember, I'm getting my act together one video at a time. Reason number 3. As someone who historically has watched YouTube videos where people take viewers through a day in the life journey of their habits, I would always think to myself, that's awesome and impossible for me. So I wanted to create a series with an earnest focus on the initial 7 days of forming a habit as a way of making things that felt inaccessible to me feel more accessible to me, and hopefully to anyone out there who's looking to change or begin something new. This series is a place where I can reflect on my first 7 days doing something that with any luck will improve my quality of life. It gives me an opportunity to practice using tools, practices, and methodologies and demonstrate that process to you watching. My hope is that as I get my act together one video at a time, I can make that process more accessible to anyone out there watching that wants to also get started with something. I'm someone who historically has had a hard time getting started and then following through on things. There's no better example of that than the fact that I created this YouTube channel in 2019, but I didn't even upload my first video until 2021. I made a video about that here. I also made a video titled How to Forgive Yourself for Wasted Time, which I intend to do by getting started, right here and right now with you, which speaks to that. So let's get into why I chose the habit of meditation as my first. Stress, lack of focus, disconnection. These are all par for the course, especially in the times that we're in now. It's no wonder that we go to things that give us dopamine. Tune into that dopamine hit so that we can tune out from everything else. It's no wonder I found it so difficult to stay consistent with this practice in the past. So let's outline the goal. As I will continue to do, I got started by setting a clear and realistic goal using the SMART Goals framework, a guide to which can be found here. I will be meditating every day for 7 days, leading with my why. And you might be wondering, Cal, why did you choose 1 week? Don't habits form in 21 days? People, hold your horses. I have every intention of continuing to meditate well into the future on a daily basis. But the purpose of the series is to showcase the experience and the process of getting started with something. And the first week, when things are new and a habit is just beginning to form, is a critical time to focus on. Now, let your horses run wild. Here's the goal. I'm going to meditate every single day for 7 minutes each day for 1 week, because practicing mindfulness on a daily basis has been proven to reduce stress and improve mental and emotional health. My hypothesis is that if I meditate for 7 days, I'll become slightly clearer in my mind, which will lead to a little less stress and a little more space to do and to be more. There are many methods of meditation that exist out in the world, and so I will remind you that I am not an expert here. I have no intention of becoming a meditation instructor or guru or anything like that, so just know that in advance, in case people out there watching are looking to do this as a point of reference. I'm just doing my thing, but I am trying to follow some guidelines out there, you know what I'm saying? I did some research on meditation. and there are a lot of different techniques to explore in this space in the future, but some key components that I found across all the various practices that exist historically involve the body getting into a state of relaxation, focusing on the breath, and observing the things that come up emotionally, mentally, and any other basically. Easier said than done, I learned. I set myself up by lying on my back in a comfortable position, setting a timer for 7 minutes each morning, because that felt like a manageable amount of time for me, and 7 days, 7 minutes, it just works for the spirit of the series. And now I'd like to share with you what happened. So clearly I'm using the use the least amount of effort method of meditation possible, rolling out of bed and setting my timer for 7 minutes. Here's what happened. The first day, I had to remember to just pay attention to my breath. I noticed a little tension, but not much else. Honestly, it was just about showing up that morning. Day 2, I had my future forecasting, thinking about things that were giving me stress with a bit more nuance. I thought about security, independence, property, politics, hanging over my head. But then I realized I can only control the decisions that I make in a given day. Day 3. Day 3, I experienced resentment about people and things that just compete for my attention. I was also observing feelings of resentment that I'm here in a blank slate while other people have their places set up and their lives ready to go. But then I had to remember and remind myself that that's not where I'm at right now, but that doesn't mean it's not where I'll ever be. And that right now, I'm here for a reason, and there's value to be found just where I am. Side note, comparing myself to others doesn't do me much good, and I'm really just grateful to be here. Day 4, in my mind's eye, I could see futures and I could see the past as being both things with possibility. And I realized that the way I actually respond to that possibility can only ever be in the present moment. So much of how I see the world is just created in my own mind. Before the session, I had reflected on all the times that I had just been inconsistent, and I was feeling doubt about myself and my capacity to be consistent and stay the course and stick to the plan of meditating for 7 days, etc., etc., etc. But then I realized that I make myself more consistent when I do the thing every day, no matter how I feel about myself. In the course of my meditation up to this point, I had kept having the thought occur to me that the path out of feeling doubt is attending to responsibility and gradually conditioning habits to be built across time, to do less more often and get myself to do more from there after building the foundation. Day 6, I really turned into the pangs, both internal, stomach rumbling, and external, sounds. I had these things initially stressing me out, and then I realized that I was noticing them. In fact, at one point in the meditation, I noticed that my neck was pointing my head toward the direction of a source of noise. On the last day of this practice, I had to fight back going to sleep during the meditation. I had just gotten so relaxed and perhaps was just so tired as well. But after finishing the practice, I did get a small burst of energy in recognizing that I had almost drifted off, but had found my way back. So with that, that sums up my 7 days getting started meditating. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to watch another, and don't forget to subscribe. Be well, and until next time, power to the people in process.